Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me today for today's 30-minute gentle vinyasa class. I'm so glad you're here. We'll begin in easy pose, sitting up nice and tall through the spine. And when you're ready, placing your palms on your knees, just gently closing your eyes. Feeling your energy begin to settle. Coming into the present moment. Noticing the movement of your breath flowing in and out. The gentle rise of the inhale and the fall of the exhale. Sitting up tall through the spine. And notice how you feel grounded, noticing those areas of your body making contact with the surface beneath. The weight of your body being pulled towards Earth's core, yet you're fully supported. Grounded and centered in the moment. Giving yourself permission to go within, to make that connection. Connection with the sensations in your body, connection with your breath. Being mindful of the movement of your breath, the feelings in your body. We'll take a few rounds of alternate nostril breathing to begin our practice today. So begin with your hand in a fist. And bring your thumb and your pinky out. And we always start with an inhale through the left nostril. So we're going to take our thumb and plug the right nostril. Inhale through the left. And we'll switch pinky to left nostril, breathing out of the right and breathing back in through the right and switching. Out through the left, in through the left. Switch. And we always end with an out breath through the right nostril. Beautiful. We'll bring chin to chest to begin our practice. Slowly rocking the head back and forth, side to side. Sitting up tall through the spine. You're going to take some time this morning to warm up the neck, Shake the sleep out. Staying connected with the sensations in your body, and if it feels good to you, begin full neck rolls. When chin comes to chest, switching directions. Nice, gentle, slow movements. Really feeling that loosening of the neck muscles. Chin to chest, and bringing the head back to neutral, opening the eyes to the room. We'll take our gaze to the right, continue warming up the neck, back to center, to the left, back to center, to the right once more, back to center, and left once again. Back to center, lifting up on the arms, interlacing your fingers and pressing the palms towards the sky, taking your gaze up, feeling that stretch, taking a nice long inhale in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and bringing the fingertips down. Resting your fingertips on the mat. We'll take right ear to right shoulder. Lifting up on the right hand, placing it on your head. Reaching your left fingertips towards the earth, feeling that stretch through the left side. Again, feeling a nice stretch, but if there's ever pain or strain, just gently backing out. We'll switch sides. Left ear, left shoulder, reaching up with the left hand, reaching the right fingertips. Switching. Now we're going to warm our shoulders up. So we're going to take our left arm across the body. We're going to hook it into the right elbow and just sort of drawing it across the body, sitting up tall and opening that shoulder. You should feel a nice stretch. And we'll switch sides. Right arm across the body. Releasing the arms. An option here to put your legs in cow face pose. So what we do is we take the right ankle and place it on the outside of the left hip, and then taking your right foot above and sort of trying to stack the knees above one another, so your right heel comes to your left heel comes to your right hip. So we've got them nice and stacked, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to take the left arm up and place it between your shoulder blades. Now you have the option here to lift up on the right arm and just grab your elbow and pull it towards your ear and reaching your fingertips towards the mat. Or if you can, reach back with your right arm and reaching up and grasping your fingers together. The key here is to keep sitting up nice and tall, so if you can't do this without hunching over, you can always grab a strap, a scarf, a belt, but for now, just taking your right arm and grabbing your elbow. Loosening of the shoulders and the hips. And we'll release and go the opposite way, or the stacking. This time the left leg is on the bottom, or the opposite of how you had your knees. And trying to sit both of your sit bones down. So, it's just a matter of where you're at. So we're going to reach up with the right arm and place it between the shoulder blades and come up on the elbow or reaching your hands together. One side may be very different than the other. Whether you're able to reach your fingers and grasp. Another option would be to grab onto your shirt. Just taking a few breaths here. And release. We'll bring the soles of the feet to touch and open those hips. Sitting up tall, grasping your feet, hinging forward at the hips. Maybe placing your elbows on the insides of your knees. And when you're ready, dropping your head. Hinging back up at the hips. Bounce your knees a little bit. And we'll make our way to tabletop. So spreading your fingers nice and wide. Placing your wrists beneath your shoulders. Your knees beneath your hips. Nice flat back. And we'll take a few rounds of cat and cow to begin warming up the spine. Dropping the belly, pressing through the palms, reaching the crown towards the sky. And rounding to cat, chin to chest, opening through the shoulder blades. And taking a few rounds, breathing in and out of the nose if that's comfortable for you. Long, slow, deep breath, connecting breath to movement. And coming back to a neutral spine, we'll balance tabletop, right arm, left leg out straight. And round elbow to knee, 3 taps. 3. Engage the core. 2. And change sides. Left arm out, right leg back, engaging core. And round elbow to knee. 3, 2, 1. Balance, one more breath. And place hand and knee on the mat. We'll take our big toes to touch, open knees out wide, set back for extended child's pose. Walking the hands out in front of you, melting into the mat, chest and forehead. One more breath. We'll move slightly just to thread the needle. So right arm under left shoulder, right cheek to the mat, right shoulder to the mat. One more breath. And switch sides. Left arm under right shoulder. And bringing the left arm back out long, we'll transition to downward dog. So we're gonna come up, knees in through tabletop, tucking all 10 toes and pressing up to downward dog. Allowing your head and neck to hang naturally. Feeling that opening this morning in your first downward facing dog. Taking any movements that feel good to you here. Maybe bending one knee and straightening the other, walking the dog. Fingertips are spread nice and wide, protecting the wrists. And we'll transition forward to ragdoll. So we're gonna step forward, keeping a generous bend on the knees, resting the torso on the thighs, allowing the head and neck to hang naturally, opening through the spine, maybe taking opposite elbow and opposite hand. Long, slow, deep breaths. Taking any movement that feels good to you here, maybe rocking back and forth, side to side. Maybe beginning to bend one knee and straighten the other. Whatever feels good to you here. Gentle movements. Continuing to breathe. We'll drop our hands behind our ankles, drawing the head towards the knees for forward fold. And slowly rising up to mountain, grounding through the feet, engaging as we go, engaging the legs, engaging the thighs, engaging the core, engaging the glutes, taking a roll of the shoulders down your back, palms of your hands face forward, feeling grounded through your feet in a nice strong mountain pose. Bringing the hands up overhead. We're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutation, taking it at your own pace. So we're going to come down to a forward fold, rising up to a halfway lift, coming down, planting your hands, stepping back, however you need to get there to high plank. Lowering down to the mat, either dropping your knees or keeping up on your feet, toes, shifting forward to chaturanga and coming into upward dog or cobra. Tucking all 10 toes, coming into downward facing dog. And you'll step, walk, or float or hop forward to forward fold. And rise all the way up to Tau Mountain for 1 sun salutation. So we'll do 2 more at our own pace. Forward fold. And we'll meet back in tall mountain. Beautiful. Palms together overhead. We'll crescent to the right. Coming back to center. Crescent to the left. Coming back, tall mountain, forward fold. And rising up to chair pose, dropping the hips, dropping the shoulders, lifting up through the chest, arms out in front. Taking care not to bring your knees too far over your toes. And forward fold. Placing the hands on the mat, we'll step the left foot back and set up for warrior one. So 45-degree angle on the back foot. Our feet are going to be hip distance apart. And rising up. Warrior one. Hips facing forward, shoulders down away from the ears. Palms together, hands to heart center. And we'll take a twist. So we're going to bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Lifting through the chest. Release. Arms come back up. And we'll switch sides. We're going to step our right foot back to meet the left in downward dog. And we'll step the left foot forward. 45-degree angle on the right foot. Lifting through the chest. Coming up to a nice strong warrior one. Palms together, hands to heart center, and we'll twist to the left. Untwist, arms come back up. Bringing our hands back down to the mat, we'll step the left foot back to meet the right in forward fold. Rising all the way up, tall mountain. And hands to heart center. Now we'll work on our tree pose, balancing. So we're going to put our weight into our left foot. Standing nice and tall in mountain. When you're ready, finding a point of focus in front of you, a drishti. Lifting up on the right foot. Lifting up on the right knee. Finding that balance. Opening to the side and finding that placement. You can place your toes against the mat. Sole of your foot on your ankle. Sole of your foot on your calf. Never on your knee. Or you can bring it up to the inner thigh. Finding that balance. And when you are ready, grow your branches. No judgment. Just doing your very best. Knowing that any balancing is amazingly good for the body, for your concentration, and you're using every muscle to keep yourself steady. Palms together, and hands to heart center. And release. Very nice. We'll do the other side. Shifting our weight into our right foot, lifting up with the left. Opening to the side, finding that balance, finding that point of focus, and finding your placement. Continuing to breathe and grow your branches. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing your jaw. palms together overhead. And hands to heart center. Beautiful. We'll make our way to our back. Soles of the feet on the mat and lowering down. We're going to walk our feet towards our glutes and set up for bridge pose. Pressing the palms of the hands into the mat, the feet into the mat. Our ankles are stacked right beneath our knees. Slight tuck of the chin towards the chest, lifting up through the hips into bridge. Holding here. And release. Bring your knees to chest, wrapping the arms around the knees, maybe rocking back and forth, side to side. Releasing some tension in the lower back. A little self-massage. We'll bring our feet up for happy baby, grasping the ankles or your feet, or even wrapping your fingers around your toes. Opening the knees, pulling the knees towards the armpits, and maybe rocking back and forth. Releasing the legs out long for our final resting pose, Shavasana. Allowing the legs a comfortable distance apart, feet fall open. Your arms are a comfortable distance away from the body. Rolling the shoulders down away from the ears. Palms up for energy, palms down for grounding. Release tension in your jaw. And releasing any control over your breath. Going within and just following the movement of your breath. If you're comfortable, your eyes are closed. Feeling your body melting into the mat. If you have the time, I encourage you to continue your Shavasana just as long as possible. Otherwise, wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Gentle movement. Bringing the soles of your feet to the mat. And dropping the knees to one side, rolling onto your side, using your arm as a pillow. Taking a moment here with eyes closed to reflect on that connection this morning through the practice of yoga, the connection between your mind and your sensations in your body. Your mind and your breath. and the connection between mind, body, and spirit. Cultivating a sense of gratitude and appreciation. And shining the light of gratitude back on your own heart. Taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for taking this time for self-love. And when you're ready, coming up to a seat. I hope this practice has served you. As you move throughout your day, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste.